performance center. We've even lined up some training partners with MMA experience to make you feel comfortable. Who do you prefer?
Give me the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock.
Excellent. Just be sure to lay low down there. We want your debut at the draft to be a huge surprise.
I'll do my best.
Oh, one more thing. Make sure you look good on draft night.
What are you getting at?
It's just that in the past, WWE superstars had to wear whatever we told them to for their non-ring attire. And as much as I miss those days, that's no longer how it works around here. It's a new era with fewer restrictions. So you can wear whatever you want.
So I can dress how I want to dress? I assumed that was the case, but thanks for confirming.
All right, we better wrap this up before any looky-loos start pulling out their phones. Safe travels, and we'll see you soon.
Hey, I've seen all your fights. Big fan. Hear you might be joining us in WWE soon.
Thanks. And I'm a fan too. Nice to meet you, Jimmy.
I know you got the fight game on lock, but WWE is different. You never know who you can trust or what's coming next.
That sounds a lot like MMA. I think I'll fit in.
So you are coming to WWE?
I didn't say that.
I feel you. Well, maybe I'll see you soon.
What a huge night we have on Raw with the start of the WWE Draft.
Oh, and it just got even bigger. It's one of the hottest stars in MMA.
Are the rumors true? Will they be the #1 pick?
Thanks for taking...
No problem. And it's Kathy, right?
You too.
Everything I do has a purpose.
I can see how that got you here. So then...
I'd say it's something I could use in my favor. Perception is reality, right? Well, if I'm #1, that just...
Well, I know you're...
Good to see you.
Hey, boss.
You feeling okay? I know it's tough. New surroundings, big expectations.
I've got all the angles covered. Kind of like this wrestler.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, I guess he did.
Good one. I gotta get going, but you should be proud of everything you've accomplished to get here. You've earned it. See you out there in a bit.
It's time to kick off the WWE Draft.
Thank you. But tonight is not about me. It's about launching this company in a new and exciting direction. And that all starts with the announcement of the top overall pick. So let's not wait any longer. With the first pick in the WWE Draft, Raw is honored to select the future of WWE.
There they are, the #1 pick in the WWE Draft, and wow, it's a good one.
Talk about making a splash. Adam Pearce got himself a generational talent.
We heard all the rumors, but seeing this play out now really lives up to the hype.
Good luck topping this SmackDown.
Stand by, there's some kind of technical issue here.
Talk about ruining a moment.
What the heck?
Who was that?
Oh, where's security?
Can someone explain what just happened?
Okay, got it. The draft will continue after this break.
First of all, I'm sorry about what happened out there. We're working with the authorities to get to the bottom of it.
Is this how things are handled over here in WWE? At least in MMA, I knew when I was going to get hit.
I assure you that's not the case.
So if it was a random person, what was...
I wouldn't assume the two things were connected. Could have been unrelated technical difficulties. Either way, I don't think it's...
I can handle my own strategy on it.
I'll set up a match for you next week on Raw. And it'll be against a local competitor you'll be sure to dominate. After that, no one will be talking about what happened tonight.
Hey, you all right? I'm fine. I know we didn't cross paths too much when you were in MMA, but it's good to see a friendly face here. Anyway, it's wrestling. On to the next thing, right?
Listen, I know management wants us to brush things like this under the rug, but I'm not sure it was a one-time event. Besides, how does some random person get access to the Tron?
That's what I said.
Look, if I were you, I'd keep your head on a swivel. I'm just speculating, but this could be the start of something bigger.
I agree. I'll be ready if and when something happens again.
Hey, that's
you,
I do. I've been. You should, that.
fine.
Yeah.
And guys, do you believe in miracles? Guys?
The #1 pick is ready to complete his journey from the cage to the ring.
And his opponent, from Geneva, Switzerland, weighing in at 253 pounds, Express Ralph Dalton Danny!
I know he hasn't even made it to the ring yet, but this guy already looks like he belongs. The swagger, the focus. I think we're witnessing the beginning of something very special.
Why don't you go take a cold shower, Saxton? All he's proven is that he's capable of walking down an aisle. He's going to have to do a lot more to prove he's worthy of all the hype.
Raw's #1 draft pick looks ready to unleash his fury on his opponent. It'll be interesting to see how quickly the superstar can transition from MMA to WWE.
Absolutely. In MMA, you're generally matching strikes and submissions, but here in WWE, you're dealing with a huge range of styles and personalities.
If anyone can make that transition, though, it's this guy. He was the #1 pick for a reason, and he's about to show us why.
Nice side headlock applied.
Oh, what a good measure. Way to avoid that.
Oh, right, getting in the middle of it. Boom!
Left hit on German. An unyielding showing of authority. No two ways about it. Right into the shoulder. That's gotta hurt. Springboard. Oh, my God. Ooh. Strikes with a kick. Oh, target of the arm. Adrian looking helpless to every attack.
Yeah, Buck's got to slow down this assault.
Discus punch. And Buck took a battering there.
Jarring impact.
Oh. Oh, my.
With a power drive.
He's got the shoulders down. This is it.
What a resounding victory here tonight for the #1 pick.
I agree, Byron. That was pure domination.
The hell? Not this again.
It's the same attacker from the draft.
Where's security? Come on.
I guess he's taking matters into his own hands.
Good. I'm sick of this.
And this time, they're not getting away.
The masked assailant is regretting this now.
They might not be masked for much longer.
Is that Tony D'Angelo from NXT?
Not surprised with his track record.
We're going to go to commercial while we sort this out.
That's enough! Sit down and stay there.
What are we going to do with him? We're going to get some answers. And we're going to get them right now.
You have no idea.
I have a lot of ideas. And now we're going to start figuring out which one of them is accurate. Start talking.
The new era has arrived.
I know you're known for these types of attacks, but why did you target me? Jealous that I was the #1 pick and you weren't even drafted?
It's not always about you. It's about us. Them. All of them.
Who is them?
Lardan.
I think I've had about enough. We'll settle this when you face...
So you got the bad guy, huh?
Looks like it.
I know Triple H and everyone is telling you this is over now, but I still think there's more to come.
I think so, too. I don't think D'Angelo would do this on his own.
Exactly. And the entire roster should be on the lookout.
It's Raw's #1 draft pick hoping to shut down their attacker.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Geneva, Switzerland, weighing in at 253 pounds, Express Ralph Danny.
There's an extra degree of intensity from this superstar tonight. It looks like he's determined to put an end to Tony D'Angelo's attacks once and for all.
I'm sure he is, Saxon. This is a true grudge match. D'Angelo messed with the wrong guy here.
We're certainly no strangers to surprise attacks and deceptive actions, but this match feels especially personal.
You're not wrong, Cole. I'm honestly impressed the #1 pick had the self-control to face Tony D'Angelo in the ring rather than roughing the jabroni up backstage.
D'Angelo ruined 2 big nights, and tonight his target is looking to ruin Tony D'Angelo.
That kick will stop you in your tracks. And then and delivers a jumping elbow drop. Now Tony is getting beaten down.
Tony might be feeling a bit rattled. Boom!
She's starting to feel the effects of this attack.
Springboard! Oh my God!
Springboard! Tornado splash!
Just breaking down the opponent.
Ooh, pinpointing the trachea. Kick to the gut.
Double underhook.
Tonga bomb! His adrenaline is pumping right now.
Here it comes. That could be curtains for Tony. Cover.
This is more than a win. The #1 draft pick can now move on and focus on bigger goals.
Good riddance to Tony D'Angelo and whatever this was all about.
Now what?
Is that Charlie Dempsey?
What the hell is going on?
That's certainly Gigi Dolan.
Trick Williams from behind. What is happening?
And now Tony D'Angelo's recovered and joining the NXT champion. Clearly D'Angelo wasn't acting alone in all of this.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a common theme here, guys. We got to get some help out here.
This is a full-on invasion.
And the invaders are all from NXT.
We need help back there, right now.
Adam Pearce is trying to intervene.
Nikita Lyons with a chair.
And Pearce goes down too.
The NXT Unity Tag Champions have taken out CM Punk.
And Charlotte gets nailed too.
This is insane.
Please, somebody, anybody, do something.
We are under siege.
It's Bayley and Kevin Owens.
Finally.
You can't just come in here and do this without repercussions.
What the?
Bayley and KO are part of this? Are you serious?
What are we witnessing?
If you couldn't tell, this is a mutiny. Current and former members of NXT have united under one cause. We will no longer stand by and be treated like third-class citizens.
Members of the board, do we have your attention?
We will not stop until NXT is the one and only brand left standing in WWE.
I'm just about speechless.
We've just witnessed pure anarchy.
It was a mutiny, Saxton. Bayley said it herself. Unbelievable.
Well, it's over for tonight at least.
Who really knows at this point?
I might be out for a bit after what they did to me. But the second I'm back, I need revenge on the NXT Unity Champions and every single person involved.
I'm with you.
Good. But don't forget I warned both of you that this would happen, and no one listened.
I was wrong. I know. But this isn't the time to point fingers.
Yeah, it's the time to start listening to me. No one around here can be trusted. No one. This could go all the way to the top. Who created NXT and would stand to benefit from all this? Yeah. Chew on that for a minute.
Look, I've already spoken to Nick Aldis, and we're gonna work together to fight back against this NXT mutiny. Raw and SmackDown are a united front. But we need a leader. I drafted you #1 for a reason. I know you can step up to lead the charge.
After what they did to me, I don't need convincing. But what are we getting ourselves into? You heard what Punk just said.
As usual, Punk's way out of line with that comment. I've been working side by side with Triple H the past few weeks.
I don't know what to believe at this point. I do know Punk was right about being careful who we trust, though.
I know. It seems like Bailey and KO have convinced most of NXT to join them along with some other big names from our side. And we have to assume that any other NXT alumni from Raw and SmackDown might be one of them.
Then it sounds like we need to find someone from outside of WWE who could step in and join the fight against NXT.
You got someone in mind?
I do. I know just the person to turn the tide. They're from MMA.
Okay, but how does that prove they're not secretly working with NXT?
We grew up together. When you know someone for that long, there's a trust that's been built up for years.
All right, sold. After you get them on board, let's talk next steps. And don't wait too long. We need to move fast before this NXT mutiny strikes again.
Hey, it's been a minute.
I know. Thanks for coming here on short notice.
No problem, but are you sure you want me to help you with this? I know I've dabbled in wrestling before, but I've been focusing on MMA the past few years. Just seems kind of, I don't know, desperate.
Isn't fighting a rebellious mutiny exactly what lifelong best friends are for?
I thought they were more for exchanging birthday cards and the occasional random text. But maybe we could branch out.
Not to mention the fact Mutiny keeps adding top names, so I can't really trust many people in WWE right now.
So you're saying I was your only option? I see how it is.
Best and only option. So what do you think? Will you do it?
You know I'm ride or die with you. Let's do it.
Great. I've arranged for you to have a warm-up match here today before we tackle NXT together. I know you're used to knockout and submission rules in MMA, but today's pinfall only, to get used to wrestling again.
Go for the 3 count. Got it.
All right. You do that.
Haven't changed a